you know? I always settled for less than what I deserved because I thought that that's what I deserved. And every time I would end up sad, alone. I would lose all my friends because it's like I'd choose a relationship over friendships. And as soon as they left, as soon as they were done with me, I would feel like I had nothing. How do I get better from that? I didn't feel like it would get better. I just felt like it would get worse. You know, and it was so easy to fall into like this dark place. And I'm talking dark.
Yeah.
You know? And to just be like, why am I even here? But I finally told myself, like, you need to stop beating yourself up and stop crying over people who aren't crying over you. And that's the hardest reality, you know? Is like, I'm a lover. Like, I always try and pretend like I'm so big and bad. But deep down, I am such a lover. I'm so soft. I love people. I love happiness. Like, I just want everybody to be happy and be okay.
I can confirm that.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
And, like, I almost feel like I'm so big on mental health because of how much I struggle deep down. You know? I always make jokes about, like, all these hypothetical things about, oh, if I wasn't here. But in reality, it's just, like, that's, like, what helps me, you know? Because it's, like, I'm not okay with, like, joking about suicide. Like, I'm really not.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, coming from somebody who's, like, struggled with that, who has gone through that, who has, like, had to seek actual, like, medical help for it, it helps ease off a little bit of that embarrassment. Because I had embarrassment whenever I had first attempted, like, suicide or anything at all because of how bad it got up here. I was embarrassed.
It's a human thing.
Yeah, I was so embarrassed because it was like my mom was sitting there and she was just crying like, why would you do this? Why would you think this? You know, you're so loved. But it's so easy not to feel that. Because you're clouded memory. Your brain is clouded. And like, I feel like that's why I'm always trying to check up on people, because at one point in my life, I didn't have nobody check up on me. And that right there is something that, like, I'll never forget. And I feel like that sits with me, you know?
The actual feeling of just having no one to hear you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know? And so, like, I used to write a lot. And then I had a fear of it getting leaked. Like, oh, somebody's going to read this and they're going to tell everybody all my secrets and everybody's going to hate me. And it's like, now I'm just like, well, if you don't like me, that's okay. You know? That's okay if you don't like me. But I'm still going to wish you the best from the bottom of my core. The old me, probably a year ago, I could not say that. I'd probably, like, throw up even trying to get that out of my mouth. But with where I'm at in my life now, I can say that. Like, you can hate me and I will still wish you the best. Because I still want the best for you. I can't allow people to hold me down the way that they used to.
Exactly.
You know? And to just grow from that.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like as soon as everybody realizes that, like, not everything matters as much as you think it does, then it becomes a lot easier to grow into the person that you want to become. Because nobody talks about, like, when you're in high school, like, you're trying to fit into this persona, this certain person, this certain thing, you know? And then once you graduate and you hit the real world, like, nobody talks about the struggles. Like, I didn't grow up talking about finances. I didn't grow up talking about education. None of this. Like, anything in the real world, I didn't know about until I hit the real world. And I was like, damn.
Reality check.
Yeah, it was the biggest reality check because, like, I remember, you know, like, I went to college and I met a boy. Of course, you know, it's the lover girl in me. And as soon as I meet this person, I'm all about them. Like, all about them. Because at the end of the day, all I want is love. But it was like, this person was telling me, like, about financial stuff. And I was like, well, what? A credit score? Like, but you just met me and you're telling me your credit score? You know? Like, that was totally something different to me. I didn't grow up hearing that. And so I found it fascinating in a way. And I was like, this person seems really well put together. I want to know. I'm curious. And so I would just try and figure everything out and learn everything. And, like, now I'm trying, you know, to gain financial stability in a lot of different aspects.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's so easy to be money hungry and to like get money, but like to be smart with it is totally different. Especially growing up and not having money, to where now when you finally have a little bit of money, a little bit of something, not to blow it, it's kind of hard.
I mean, most of us go through it the easy way and or the hard way.
Mm-hmm.
We either A, get the advice, and then it's like, okay, here you go. Don't do this, don't do that with it. And if you're going to spend it, make sure you're spending it on the right things. Because if you don't, this and this is going to happen. And you could either go, okay, follow that and you'll be fine. Well, depending on who's giving the advice and how good of advice that is, because nobody's perfect. Or B, you could learn the hard way and say, but I really like this and I really want to get that. And then you start going overboard with your money. And then all of a sudden you're either in debt or you're just not going to make the payments.
Yeah.
Because you really wanted something else.
No, seriously. And reading the fine print. Like, you really need to know what you're getting yourself into.
Mm-hmm.
Like, don't half-ass sign your shit away because it'll come back and bite you.
Exactly.
You know, like...
I'm stupid enough to have to deal with that.
Oh, me too.
I mean, when you see money as a student, as a child, you see it as like, it's money I'm gonna borrow from my parents, or it's money that they can just get me for an allowance, or they can just buy me shit. But then when you see it as it's your own thing, you earned it, then it becomes value. Then it becomes. Mm-hmm. It either becomes value or it becomes more shit that you can just throw away.
Yeah.
On shit that you don't need.
Oh, are you kidding me? It's so hard for me to like spend money on myself. Like, let me tell you, I will spend hours shopping and being like, I'm going to take myself out and I'm going to shop for myself. At the end of the day, I don't buy nothing because it's so hard for me to spend a single dime on myself that it's like I can't. But other people... Oh my gosh, I swear gift giving is a language of mine, because I will be like, oh, this made me think of you. Like, I have to get it for them, you know?
That's kind of me too, except for like say I'll take my friends out to go eat, or I'll take my family out to go eat. I'll pay the bill. Mm-hmm. I'll buy the tickets.
Yep.
I'll buy the snacks, whatever. That's me. That's my version of kind of gift giving.
Yeah.
I'm not really the type to be like, oh, I got this and because I thought of you. I wish I could be like that. I really want to, but it's just it's hard for me to do that. And then there's a selfish me on my shoulder that's like, I thought, or no, it would be like two. It'd be the guilty conscience. One would be like, dang, that's a dope ass Funko Pop. You could get your homie, you know. Then the other one's like, yeah, but that's a good one. You can also have for yourself. It gets a little...
The struggle of sharing the same interests with your friends. Like, I do the same thing. Like, I'll be shopping and I'm like, oh my gosh, this shirt would look so good on one of my girls. And then I put it on and I'm like, and that's why I steal their clothes.
Good on me. See, yeah. That's why I don't go out. That's why I don't go buy shit.
No, me too. But I love when people buy me shit. Like, my thing is like, men in general, like men. Okay, let's just talk about men. Okay?
Sure.
Because I used to be a complete man-eater. Like, did not care about men whatsoever. And then I happened to fall in love with one. And I was like, wow, I love them. I love men. I love men. Then it just leaves and breaks my heart. And that's okay, you know? Still nothing but love through and through. But, like, it's so hard for me. Like, I have to remind myself, like, don't go back. Don't go back. Because it's, like, easy for me to just shut it off. You know, turn off my humanity.
Yeah.
And so now it's like, okay, well, I value my time. And sometimes men try and talk to me thinking that I'm easy and, like, they can get in my pants and stuff. And I laugh about it because I'm like, I'm not easy. Like, I really take pride in that. Like, I really don't entertain, you know? And so it's like, okay, well, if you're serious about me, like, take me on a date, buy me flowers, write me a letter. I don't know, the bare fucking minimum.
Yeah.
But, like, if they can't do that, then, like, what makes you think you can have access to me? You know? And then there's that other side of me where it's like, oh, like, this baddie over here is doing, you know, all this stuff online, making all these money moves, literally basically a sex worker. You know, like, it's my first time ever saying that, especially out loud. Mom, you didn't hear nothing. But doing that and being in the industry is also totally different, because it's like, these people are here for one thing, you know, and they can either respect you or they can be nasty. Either way, I'm getting paid.
There's no real gray area towards it either.
No, like, they will straight up tell you just in detail of, like, what they want to do to you. And woohoo, that's nice, you know, it still gets me a check. But, like, that's probably the hardest thing about it, is, like, having to actually, like, entertain, you know? And so I feel like that's why it's so easy for me to be like, oh, well, you think I'm cute? Let's see that bank account. Because I'm so tired of wasting my time on broke people who just hurt me, you know? Because it's like, if you're going to hurt me, let me at least get one thing out of it. You know, that's probably horrible to say, but it is probably that part of me that's been in the industry for a while now, about a year. And so it's kind of just like, that's how it is. Like, there's two types of people, you know? And sometimes I feel like I'm both. Like, I feel like I'm two different people sometimes. And it's kind of weird to me in a way.
It's possible.
Because, like, when I live up in where I'm living now, you know, I am this happy person. I am a good girl. Like, really play by the books. I go to the plant shop. I go to the park. I'm an old lady at heart. Spend time in Goodwill, right? But then I come back down here, and it's like I'm surrounded by a lot of negative people. And so it's really hard for me to stay positive all the time, because I'm easy to get wrapped into the negativity. And so now it's like I'm trying to be like, hey guys, like, why are you guys being so negative? Like, let's change the mindsets in here. Let's just switch it up.
Exactly.
Because this is getting old, you know? Let's go touch some grass and remember who the heck we are, because we're better than this, you know? And it's, like, really hard having to be the person to do all that. But, like, I'm happy that I can be, because I wish that somebody would have given me a reality check a lot sooner, because my ex is the one that gave me a reality check. And that shit hit different. That hit in the core. Are you kidding me? When he told me that I am a mean person, that was the first time I ever really got it.
Really?
Yeah. Because it's like, I've had so many people in my life be like, you're a bitch, you're mean, you're this, right? And I'm like, yeah, well, I have reasons for it.
Yeah.
I got reasons for it. But, like, when he told me that one of the reasons that he wouldn't be with me anymore, like, he couldn't be with me, was because I was so mean and so full of hate. A small part of me wanted to be even more enraged, but that other part of me had just sat with that. And I was like, what? Is what he's saying, like, actually true? The harsh reality. And for the most part, it was. You know, I would get so mad over such little things, because it was so easy for me to feel that, because I was so sad. I was really sad being alone. I really hated feeling alone. Like, I had him, you know, and I had friends, but, like, I still felt so alone the whole time. And all I wanted was to just be loved and appreciated, you know? And so when he told me that, it was like the hardest, most harshest awakening. And I was like, wow. And so now, you know, I obviously don't have access with him. And I do wish him the best and stuff. But, like, I know now that I'm going to grow into a better person. You know, you will never see that hateful side of me again, because that's not who I'm trying to be.
Yeah.
Like, I'm really not. And it almost made me feel embarrassed in a way, because I was like, the person that I love most, this is how they perceive me? This is how they see me? As this evil person? Is that really who I am? Because I've been denying it for so long. And so now it's like I wake up every day and I'm like, okay, how can I like choose happy? How can I choose like good? You know, because it's so easy to like fall into the bad and be bad like everybody else. 'Cause this is a shitty world we live in.
No kidding.
And so that's why I try and be like, well, if I can make you smile, at least something.
Exactly. Yeah.
But I feel like that was one of the hardest things, was just hearing that I'm a mean person, you know? Because I don't want to be mean. I really don't. I really don't.
For as long as I've known you, you're definitely not a... Well, you don't intentionally try to be a mean person. It's just... I mean, everyone has a trigger, you know? Everyone's got it. Everyone has something that will get them to just flip.
Mm-hmm.
That'll just lose it. I mean, like I said before, like I've said plenty of times, we're not perfect. We're all human. We have all got these triggers that'll get us into something ugly, into something that we don't want to be, you know? Do we know it? Sometimes if we're very self-aware, yeah. Other times, not really. Sometimes we get blind by it. Mm-hmm. Sometimes we don't know it until it's too late, and at that point, we just look like what we don't want to be.
Yeah, like look in the mirror, don't even recognize yourself.
Exactly.
Seeing the person that you tried so hard not to become. Mm-hmm. That's the hardest part, you know? Because like, I really didn't want to believe that I was a bad person or that I was hateful. But like looking back, like I see it now. I really do. And it was because I was hurting.
I just hope you don't see that. I just hope you don't see that you are a bad person, really, if that makes any sense. Because you're not a bad person. It's just, I wouldn't even say you have your moments. It's just
perspective.
It's just perspective, exactly. Mm-hmm. Or coming from an ex-boyfriend's eyes, it could have been just an excuse.
Yeah.
You also got to put that into mind, because we don't fully know what goes on in the other's mind.
Yeah.
You know?
I get that.
Like he could have really been telling the truth to you, like you're just really mean in these certain areas. But also, people nowadays can lie just to get out of things.
Exactly. And I do get that. And I sat with that shit for a long time and really thought about that. But like, I feel like the reason why I'm so okay is just knowing that he will never have that access to me again. Mm. You know? Because it's so easy to just like say that, oh, I'm never going to talk to this person again. You know, they don't deserve me.
Yeah.
But like to really live and go through that and to like make it known is really hard. It's really hard. Because I heard this a while ago, you know, and I was talking with you and Anissa about it earlier. Mm. But like, the best revenge, you know, I used to be a really big revenge girl. For some reason, I watched too many movies, guys. But I used to think that revenge is key. Like, you always needed to get revenge in some type of way. Nobody can ever cross you and get away with it. Now, I couldn't give two fucks. Like, I really couldn't. And so the best revenge, you know, whether it's when somebody cheats on you, whether it's when somebody leaves you, or they just make it known that you are not what they want. They reject you, they shut you down, do anything at all. The greatest revenge that you can get is never allowing access to you again.
Yeah.
Don't ever allow that person who made you feel so little, so small, the access to you again. They don't know you. They will never know you again. Cut it off however you can. Try and make it peaceful. Try and make it good. Because when you do that, you don't give them a reason to pinpoint things on you. To be like, oh, well, I might have cheated on her, but she was a fucking bitch and she beat me, you know? Don't give them an access to even have that possibility in their brain. You leave and you keep your head held high and you never look back. You know, my thing is that when I go through it, I have to block. I can't see you doing anything. I can't live my life and still care about you in that way because it eats at me. It eats at me. And so I have to let go. And as soon as I let go and tell myself to let go, I can finally grow. You know, because when you don't give them that access to you, it's going to stay with them. It's going to sit with them. You can be the perfect couple and break up and have everybody confused. But in reality, there's always things behind closed doors that people don't see. And so going back on not giving somebody that access to you, you're going to grow no matter what. No matter what you're going through, it's going to get better. It really is. I've had to tell myself this for years now, but it does. It really does. And so one day you're going to grow and you're going to be moved past all of this and you're going to be finally happy. And that other person that you didn't allow access to you, they're going to have to sit with that. They're going to have to realize that they really did allow somebody like you to walk out of their lives. And they realize that they're the problem. You know, maybe they weren't the problem, but they lost you and they will never be able to have that access to you again. And it's going to eat at them because they know deep down that you were a good person. And they regret it. And that's how they have to live with it, with regret. You know, while you're living your best life.
Exactly.
Carefree. Instead of allowing them to hold you back. And I feel like that's kind of where I'm at right now, is in between, you know, the hurt and the healing. And so right now I'm finding myself and I am becoming happier and I'm making friends and I'm realizing putting boundaries up, because that's something I didn't have in my other relationships and that I should have had. But knowing that I'm not going to give them this access to me anymore, it helps me heal. You know, it helps me wake up the next day and be like, I'm going to be okay. Instead of waking up with this tight pain in your chest that nobody deserves. Because heartbreak fucking sucks. I don't care what nobody says. I don't wish it upon anybody. I really don't.
So, to sum that up, the best version of revenge is growing without them.
Yeah. And not allowing them to see you grow.
Hey guys, so this is taking place a little while after the video was first recorded. The footage had come to a sudden stop due to my camera just... Oh no, it wasn't the camera. It was just my audio, where it was on my... Whatever I'm recording my audio with, it just gave out on us. So, we then decided that it was best to just end the video there. But it's okay. It's okay regardless, because we got everything we wanted to out of the way. We got well over an hour's worth of video to post, and it was all just we were coming to a sudden stop on our conversation anyways. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and leave a like, comment down below how you guys felt about it, and let me know what you guys want to see next out of this channel. Like I said before, I've been gone a while, but I'm back now, and I have a lot planned for you guys. I got more music that I want to post out that's still in progress. I got some more ideas for skits that I want to do. If you guys really enjoyed the first one I posted, I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did making it. Had a lot of fun doing that by myself, and then even just adding the last second choice of adding my cousin in, which was pretty fun to do. You'll probably see him more throughout this summer, until he has to go to college for his first year. We'll see about that. And as far as everything else goes, I got a lot planned, and I hope you guys are willing to come along with me on this journey. So thank you guys for being here. Thank you for watching this video. Do as I said earlier if you want to. I would appreciate it. But till then, love you guys, and I'll see you on the next one.